Hi, and welcome to another episode of Absolutely Long Island. This week, we are continuing our tour of Long Island, and we are in Northport.
Hey.
So I am dedicating this episode to one of our loyal subscribers. He probably knows how windy Northport is.
Yeah.
It used to be his hometown. I lived here in the 90s. I have to say it's one of the most perfect towns on Long Island. And I say that because it has stores, it has restaurants, it has a theater, it has a harbor, it is dog friendly, it's people friendly. It's one of my favorite towns.
Very
I
pretty.
enjoyed living here when I did, and I just love Northport. What are your recollections of Northport?
Well, of course I have a dating recollection. So I dated someone that lived in Northport, and
every other town on Long Island, but
well, that's
Northport,
true.
yeah.
That's a story for another episode. But you know, we were back and forth, and I thought we were finally back last January when he resurfaced after a bunch of years, but it didn't really work, and he took off. So he quit his job, sold his house in Northport, bought a Winnebago, and now he's living, I think, in a nudist colony in the woods somewhere.
Oh, that's right. He went through Arizona and the Midwest. I remember you telling me this.
Yes.
And he joined a nudist colony.
Yes.
And
yes.
added a shower to the back of his Winnebago.
Yes, and I was very surprised because he always had issues with his Johnson, is that what they call it? So he was always measuring it with like a ruler.
I have the smallest penis of all my friends.
Because he felt that he had the Irish curse. And now it's all over the wilderness, this thing. It's just flapping in the breeze. So, good for him.
Good for him.
You know?
I guess Northport does not miss him,
No.
I would imagine.
No.
If you leave Northport for that, anyway.
Yeah.
So this week, I know, speaking of exes, I know you wanted to talk about something specific this
Yes.
week.
You know, Joe Rogan, this is not the first time I've tasted penis. I've had several in my line of work.
Yeah.
Because it is happening to you right now.
Exactly. So we're talking about ex-boyfriends where it was a serious relationship, not just, a ghoster and a zombie, and now they come back and they really would try it again.
I didn't betray you. Oh no, don't kill me. Let me live, please. Punish me, torture me, but let me live.
So you've had somebody come back, which I guess is why you have the duck lips today.
Well,
So
yes.
you've been trying to primp up for this man.
I'm tripping up because I feel like I'm in the kill zone a little bit because he's on his second divorce. It's going very badly, which is very good for me. Okay, and I do like him a lot, and I feel that this could be it. So I'm spending my entire paycheck on fillers and Botox, and now I did the lip injections on
Right.
Thursday, and I want to do a little bigger, like a little duckier, a little bit more,
Yeah.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Lips, madam.
But I feel like that's where the check is going to go until I can wrangle him into the web, to the
Okay.
spider web, as my ex would say.
Yeah, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
so talk about, this type of relationship when someone comes back
Yeah.
from like 4 or 5 years, and this is not a ghost or like you said a zombie, or this is a real relationship you've had.
Yeah.
Timing wasn't right.
Right, yeah.
Things didn't work back. Now they come back because you've had this a couple of times, not just with the nudist guy,
Right.
with a couple of other guys. And
Right.
so we were saying today for our viewers, don't throw yourself into that pond.
No.
Again, go slow, right?
You have to go slow. You have to dip your toe in. You can't dive in because it may or may not work. And
Right.
you have to be prepared. And what I'm doing at the same time is I'm still dating. I'm still on the website. I'm still seeing other people.
I see dead people.
And I'm hoping for the best, but you just don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. You know, so you have to be, I'd say, cautiously optimistic.
Because this is not this is like the third time he's come back.
This is the
I
third
remember
time.
you told me that the last time he came back, it was right before the holidays, and then you broke up after you bought him a gift.
Got a birthday coming up for someone you absolutely hate? Why not tell them to go screw themselves by sending a giant fruit bouquet? Fruit bouquets, the rotting gift with flies on it.
Yeah, the first time, well, we broke up a couple times, and the initial breakup was 2 weeks before Christmas. So I'm taking back the Brooks Brothers underwear because he liked to wear the tidy whities, which I couldn't stand, the Fruit of the Loom, you know, from like the 60s. So meanwhile, I'm taking all the underwear back.
And you got him
like,
underwear.
But that was my pet peeve, was the tidy whities. I don't like Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah.
Okay, I just don't
get
think it's a good look.
Yeah,
You know, it
yeah.
certainly wasn't a good look with my ex because, you know, he would have what you call racing stripes. You know, that's what they would call it, or tread marks, or you know, whatever you want to say. So it was really inappropriate for the tidy whities for him. So not that this guy had that issue, but anyway, so. But no, I did get him like other stuff that I couldn't take back. Then we got back, and then he broke up with me, like I said. Then he resurfaced after Valentine's Day, and then we went until Memorial Day. Then it was another breakup, and I found out, you know, over the years it was really because of my kids. Because I'm an older mom, and I had very young children at the time. They were a little wild.
Well, do you know what you want to eat? A Happy Meal. So it is a Chinese restaurant. They don't make the Happy Meal.
Then I hate the Chinese.
And, you know, he's an older guy. He's 7 years older than me. And so there were issues. Then he did a rebound marriage after he got his first 30-year marriage. And he married a psychopath. Kind of like a Glenn Close Fatal Attraction type of nutcase.
Right. Bunny in the pot, the whole thing.
Yeah. So now that's ending, and so, you know, I saw him last week, and he wants to give it another try, you know, once this mess is behind him. So I'm, like I said, I'm cautiously optimistic, but, you know, I still had a date this week. I still have my, you know, I'm still on the dating sites. I'm not, you know, completely done with everybody at this point, because you just don't know.
Okay, so the advice is take it slow.
Slow down. Okay. What? Yellow light green. Slow down. Okay. What?
Get the duck lips, you
Get the-
know.
refresh.
Refresh. Okay, refresh.
Okay, that's key. You have to refresh yourself. So, you know, highlight the hair, whatever, do the Botox, get some fillers, whatever your budget can afford. Okay, that's my deal.
Okay,
It's
but,
been my whole
but
paycheck.
emotionally, don't step all the way in.
No.
So you're saying spiff yourself up a little
Of course,
bit.
which is
you know.
always good for old men, new men, any kind of men. Firemen over here that I see at the Northport Fire Department. You know, you have to look attractive. You have to, you know, keep refreshing yourself. And
Okay.
that's just the way it is.
But emotionally, slow.
Slow it down.
Slow go.
Slow go.
Still see other people. Don't put all your eggs in one basket because the basket could be empty.
It could be empty.
It could be
You know,
done.
the eggs could spoil again, and you're finished. So you have to be cautiously optimistic. But I'm a believer that, you know, I don't know if it's, I'm probably naive or whatever, but I feel like you have to give it a try.
Greg, honey, is it supposed to be this soft?
You know, and then if you don't want to have any regrets. You know, so you want to give it the college try, and if it doesn't work, then that's really the end of it. And you also need to know when to cut it.
When do you cut it?
When
How
to
do you know when
stop.
to cut it?
You know, me personally, like if this doesn't work, this is done. It's cut.
So yeah.
You know, but it you know, depends on why they leave and why they come back. You know, this guy had a bunch of issues with
divorce and kids and everything like that. So it was a timing issue.
Sometimes it's a timing issue, and that can make or break
A relationship, right?
You know,
Like
you have to be in the same place.
you hear about these people that they have a divorce and then they get back with somebody from high school.
Yes, lots of times they reconnect on Facebook and stuff like that.
And it was just the timing, and now they're in a perfect relationship.
Yeah.
So I guess the thing is,
Timing.
don't give up.
Right?
I guess, but be cautious too.
Cautious.
I mean, it's one thing to spend some money on cosmetics,
Right.
but it's even more damaging, I would think,
To the soul.
is to is to really get more totally involved.
Right.
So I guess what we're saying is, don't go head over heels. Thanks for touring the towns with us this summer. We will see you next week in another episode. So have a great week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.